XRP, it's like a pressure cooker about to explode. We're going to talk about Coinbase's volume going down. Retail says, nuh-uh, girlfriend, along with Bitcoin, digital gold. But regular gold is breaking all-time highs. XRP price action at the end.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And I asked my wife, I said, hey, sweetie, can you get me some new running glasses? She said, sure thing, Klaus. What would you like them to look like? I said, I want to look like a lesbian softball player. Mission accomplished. What's up, dudes and chicks? Well, I'll tell you what's up. I might start day drinking if the heat map stays this nasty. But viewers, comments come first. You drop me something hot, something spicy, maybe I'll share it in the next video. Ian Yeager says, I like you, bro. Your cool words at the end and people are dumb as fuck. Yeah, if you stay to the end of these videos, I usually put something really juicy and spicy in. Ben Williams says, Uncle Adolf and Trump, that's a comparison. I was comparing Uncle Adolf to my ancestors with the name like Klaus. You know, it'd be like this. Uncle Adolf says, yo, I'm gonna fix the economy, but I'm also gonna wreck millions and millions of lives. Do you vote for the guy? I don't know. David Monquilas is awesome ending, bro. Appreciate it. And you look jacked, my guy. Well done. Bitcoin's in at 60,016. ETH is 3,022. Ain't gonna wear the shades for the rest of this video because I need to be able to see. Sol at 153 with XRP at 55.9. XLM, do you got a spare dime? Well, if you do, you could buy one XLM and get some change back. Hiring slowed down in the United States. Why is that good? Puts pressure on Jerome Powell to cut rates in September. Pay attention to that September meeting and hit that like and subscribe button because you know we're going to be live streaming it. And even with the technical difficulties of the last one, it still kicked major ass. Job growth slowed sharply in July and unemployment rate rose to its highest level in 2021, the Labor Department reported. This data adds to evidence that the labor market, whose strength was already fading, could actually be on its way to weakness. Now, if Jerome does not cut rates in September, we risk overcooking the turkey. Seriously, we really risk some big things. Hiring slowed down to 114,000 jobs this month. Unemployment rate rose to 4.3, its highest level in nearly 3 years. Let's talk about Coinbase. Now, Coinbase releases their quarterly reports. I always like going through that stuff. Overall trading volume tumbled 28%, while transaction revenue fell 27%. Retail transaction revenue fell 29%. The retail trading slide is all the more noticeable given that Coinbase's number of monthly transaction users rose by around 200,000. A caveat that Coinbase includes passive users. But traders on the retail side are pulling out. Gold is hitting all-time highs, but what about BTC? Gold breaks 2,500 for the first time. People out there are like, yo, we need safe haven assets. Risky assets like crypto, people are probably going to be looking kind of the other direction for. Why? Because it's risky and we need more clarity. But gold pumping makes me a little nervous because it makes me wonder if people think that we're going to have some bad economics here over these next few years. I will keep you informed as that all happens. Now, I wanted to show you what are the worst performers in the market over the last 7 days. I see lots and lots of meme. Dog with hat, down 30%. Look at that. Render down, Say down, Thor down, Bonk down, Floki down, Near, Protocol, Pepe, a whole bunch of these down quite a bit. But don't worry, we're going to talk about XRP price because I swear it is like a pressure cooker. And you didn't open the valve, my guy. Finance expert says XRP has built up massive pressure for mega price surge. I completely agree. Now, the points that he brings up, I think, are pretty shitty, pretty dumb. But I agree. I think you're going to see some massive action here. We just need Torres to get off of her ass. This is what this gentleman said regarding XRP. Now, I will give you my reasons at the end why I think it's like a pressure cooker. He says, extremely strong fundamentals, extremely strong technicals, extremely undervalued and oversold, extremely useful idiots spreading FUD. Look, the reason XRP is like a pressure cooker is because we're all waiting for one thing. I mean, seriously, one thing. I want you to think about anything else in the cryptoverse, okay? And I want you to think about how that compares to XRP. And we're sitting here, look at this. This is the ramp up to the 1 year anniversary of XRP secondary sales not being deemed, bad securities, okay? Just throwing it out there. But then we're sitting here thinking, well, what about Taurus? The reason XRP is like a pressure cooker is because Taurus FOMO is real. And we know that once the Taurus situation is over and the penalty is declared, we can all move on, barring any of these effing idiots appealing and dragging this out, which we know would go all the way to the Supreme Court because we don't have fucking regs in the United States that make any sense. Don't believe me? Ask Gary Gensler for an outline on him, and you know what he's going to say? Well, we already got the rules. Shut the fuck up, Gary. We need updated regs just like as Europe is doing. Come on now, everyone. You're telling me that an NFT, a meme, a Bitcoin and ETH store of value play, an XRP utility coin, Dow coins and all that stuff, you tell me that they're all the same? No, they're all totally different. What about artists that build NFTs for their digital art? You're telling me that that's a security? Come the fuck on, man. So the pressure cooker regarding XRP has to do with that singular point of Taurus. What is going to happen to Ripple, and will we get appeals from there? If the decision is made and the dust settles and all of a sudden we don't get any appeals, awesome. We can move on with our lives. XRP, Ripple, the rest of the crypto market can be like, oh, thank God this is over. Because check this out. When I zoom out, look at this. This is all SEC time. SEC. This is all SEC time. We're tired of this shit. We've seen it. XRP has been so range bound based on this overhanging cloud. Now, why do I think the pressure cooker is happening? Because I think there's tons of people on both sides of this. I think there's tons of people that are looking to get out early on some Taurus pump action, but I also think there's a ton of people waiting on the sidelines, and they're good people too. They're like, yo, I like XRP. I like Ripple. But I don't like them as long as the SEC has their foot on their throat. So there's a lot of money on the sideline that's sitting there going, as soon as this thing is over with Taurus, we can jump in. Dude, we're waiting for the decision. And that's the pressure cooker. And that's what makes this situation extremely exciting, but also dangerous. Because, man, if Taurus comes out with a nasty penalty, you know you're going to be guaranteed an appeal. But if Taurus comes out with something soft, you know Gare Bear is going to come out and peel that and drag that through the mud for how many more years? So do we just start like day drinking and just becoming like just wrecked absolute alcoholics because we're crypto fans? Because I swear to you, I am going to wear a thing down the center of my screen of my phone as I keep swiping and pulling down to refresh Twitter to see if Taurus drops us some action. But that's what it's all about, this singular point right here. Now, there's other things going on in the market like a softening job market. Okay, that's good. That's going to put more pressure on Jerome Powell. But the problem is if he left rates too high already, because think, the U.S. is one of those laggards out there, right? They're one of the last ones that are going, well, we're not going to raise rates just yet. We need to see what's happening. Meanwhile, England, Canada, and a bunch of others are like, yo, we got to cut rates because we're choking growth and development. So did Jerome overcook the turkey? And is it just going to wreck the markets for the next several years and really slow down growth? Or is he going to have to like reach in that back pocket and pull out a 50 basis point hit? Bam, bitches. Pay me my money. Now, in terms of gold, physical gold, and Bitcoin, digital gold, right, as people like to refer to, it's all about the store of value play. But I'm admitting, I'm a big gold person. You all know that. But I'm nervous, and the reason I'm getting nervous is because if gold keeps going up, that's people betting on the idea that things are going to get worse, that they're looking for a safe haven play. They're looking for a safe, boring-ass place to put their money. Now, would I be upset? Hell no, I got a shitload of gold, so I would not be mad at all. Tons of silver. I stack, all right? That's the deal. But as a person, as a consumer, as a crypto fan, I'm looking at this too going, well, dude, if y'all overcooked the turkey and you screwed the economies, then we might have a rough 2025, 2026, 2027. You get my point. So it's all coming down to Taurus and central banks across the globe and who is going to actually deliver the action first. Could you imagine? So I'm gonna end with this, okay? Remember I told you I always put like something juicy at the end, something a little spicy? Well, I'm gonna do that. And in fact, I'm gonna look like a lesbian softball player real quick to do that. By the way, lipstick lesbians are where it's at. So if we're sitting here and we're thinking, hey, we may have overcooked the turkey. Well, what happens then to the retail market if retail just gets absolutely crushed? What happens if I'm sitting here looking at the old Garmin and I'm like, all right, Garmin, you're saying it's the 2nd of August. What if I'm doing a video with y'all and I start my intro off, I'm like, hey, it's September 5th and we haven't heard shit from Taurus. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine what would happen if we go another month, another 2 months with no Taurus action? My fear is that if that happens and Jerome Powell also decides to pause one more time, you're going to lose a lot of faith in that crypto market, and you're going to see a lot more of that money move to store of value plays. But I'm hoping it doesn't happen, because this lady has had 1 year, more than 1 year to make a decision on shit. And let me ask you a question. Do you need a year to make a decision on stuff? Do you sit there and go, should I marry this girl? And a year later you're asking yourself, should I marry her? Well, if you have to fucking ask yourself that, then you probably shouldn't have married her. You see my point? Decisions like this, you know. It's not like she's sitting there every day going, all right, well, let me weigh out this and let me weigh out this and let me calculate. Fucking shit. Just get off your ass and make a decision. See, that's what's wrong in the United States. All these people, whether they're politicians, judges, business leaders, they all dick with our time and they all screw us around. And Taurus ain't no different. You're telling me that she's really needed 1 year and then some in order to make up her mind? Come the fuck on, dude. So the singularity of Taurus is where it's all at. But I sure as hell hope we hear something from Taurus first, before Jerome, and before Cody Ko. She was 17, bro, and you knew about it. I ain't gonna drop it. So I want to hear from you. What happens if you and I are hanging out on September 5th, and I start my video off like this? It's September 5th and Taurus still hasn't delivered a verdict. What the fuck? Let me know what your thoughts are. Choo choo, bitches. I'll catch y'all later.